Today we are going to create a Van Gogh drawing using the Procreate app. And it's going to look something like this when we're finished. So the first thing you want to do is you want to go to open up your Procreate program and you want to hit the plus sign for a new canvas. Now the canvas can be the screen size, so choose that. And before we start anything, let's go ahead and name it. So tap on Gallery again. Go to the blank canvas you see here, tap on the untitled artwork, and you don't have to highlight this. You just tap on it and you can start titling it. So let's title it Your Initials and then Van Gogh, VanGogh. Hit done, and now it has a title. So let's go ahead and open it. Now the screen for me right now is like too big because I will have a hard time drawing off the edges. And that's going to be important in this drawing because eventually we're going to do color drops where we're going to drop color into it. And if all the lines are not touching and if the lines are not going completely off the page, then when you add a color, it's going to flood the whole thing. So we need to choose our brush. So go up here to the brush, tap on it, go down to calligraphy and monoline. That's the brush we want to use. And we're going to use it probably at about 10%. So let's see, I'm going to go up here. Oops, sorry, I need to go down. There we go. 10%. And we want to make sure that we've chosen black. So if you come here and you tap on the color wheel, if you tap twice really quickly, that will give you the perfect black. If you need white, if you tap twice in the white area, it will give you the perfect white. All right, so our first thing is we're going to start off the side of the page and we're going to draw a horizontal line. It doesn't have to be perfect line. See how mine's going up and down. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to draw two hills. We're going to start off the page here and come down and join that black line there. And come on this side and join the black line there. Now we're going to draw two hills coming down the side here. So we're going to touch the black line and just kind of wobble down and go off the page. Now you see how that went straight? That went straight because I held my pencil down too long. So just undo. Then I'm going to come here and I'm going to do the same thing, touch the line and stop right there. Oh, it did the same thing. So there we go. Now, as I'm going along, I'm going to clean up and make sure the lines are touching as I go along. And here I can see my line is not touching the side of the hill completely, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to look for any other places that are not touching. And I'm going to also use my eraser and come in and clean up any area that needs to be cleaned up. Okay. Now I'm going to draw the path. And the path is going to start here at the top here. And I'm just going to, I need my pencil. I'm going to start here and move it downwards. And it's going to be small at the top here, but as I go towards the bottom, I'm going to spread it out so that it's thicker down at the bottom than at the top. Now I'm going to take my eraser and I'm going to clean out the inside of the path. So I'm going to get rid of the lines here. And I'm going to increase the size of my eraser so that it's larger. And then pinch it back. Grab my pencil again. And I'm going to add some horizontal lines. Now for this one, I'm going to actually hold my pencil down so that the lines going up and down are going to be straight. So I'm going to touch the black line here and come down here and hold my pencil and then adjust the line. And I'm going to do that on the other side of the other hill as well. Okay. Then I'm just going to check really quick to see if everything's touching, and it seems to be. This one might need to go up just a little more. And then there's nothing that I need to clean up. Now I'm going to do some curvy lines coming down the side of the hill. Make this a little larger, touch the black line, and come down and touch that black line. And you want to make sure the lines touch. Let's do that again. And for this one, I'm going to go off the page and come down, and then go off the page. And do that one more time. Oh, I don't care for that. There we go. All right. Now I'm going to move to this side over here. Same thing. Touch. Excuse the dog barking. All right. Oops. Need to undo that. All right. So my next step is I'm going to draw some broken lines in this area here. Now I'm going to increase the size, and I'm just going to twist it to where it's comfortable for me to draw. And then I'm going to draw some rectangles, making sure that they're closed, because these are going to be different colors than the background there. So just being really careful and making sure that they're closed rectangles. And closed means that the lines touch other lines, that there's nothing left, no gap open. I see I'm going to have to do some cleanup. That's okay. And I think that should be it. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to take my eraser and go in. Oop, it's too big. So I'm going to make it smaller. And come in and clean that up. Okay. Looking good so far. Now I need to add my moon and stars. And so this might be a little bit difficult, but not too hard. Now you don't have to worry about drawing a perfect circle. So I'm going to put my moon here. You can put yours anywhere you want to put it. And then I'm going to hold my pencil in place, and it's going to make a circle. And then I'm going to touch the screen. And then I can make my moon as large or small as I want. And then I'm going to do that twice, 2 more times. Okay, and 1 more. Notice that mine's not perfect at all. Okay, now I'm going to do some stars. Now, you probably need 3 to 4 stars. And so I'm going to come here. I'm going to draw this one. Remember to touch the screen. Hold in place, touch the screen, and then you can make it as large or as small as you want. There we go. I'm going to do a small one right here. There we go. And do a couple more. Oops. Now, I forgot to tell you, when you do something, if you don't like it, you can tap with 2 fingers, and that will undo it, or you can do the undo arrow here on the side. And to redo it, you tap it with 3 fingers. Okay, so that's just a quick tip. So hold in place, tap, hold in place, tap, hold in place, tap. And I'm going to do one more over here. Hold in place, tap. Hold in place, tap. Okay, so now I have all of these stars and moon, and I'm going to lower my pencil down to about 5%. And then I'm going to come in and draw a swirl on the inside of the moon and each star. It doesn't have to be perfect. This is just adding a little extra something. Okay. And then the last thing we're going to do here is we're going to add movement in the sky. So for that, we're going to want to add a layer. So go up to the layers, add a layer. And now what we're going to do is we're actually going to draw over the moon and stars. We're going to create wavy lines. So I'm going to start, I need to minimize this some. I'm going to start off the page and come down and bring it up. And I'm going to create all kind of movement going on in the sky. And I'm just coming in and just doing different styles here. And then what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go in and erase the inside of the moon, the hills, and the stars. So I'm going to take my eraser and I'm going to make it kind of, I don't know, a comfortable size. Play around with it. And then go in, I need it bigger. And then erase the inside of each star. And I went inside the hill here, so I'm going to get rid of that. I went inside of the dirt. I'm going to erase the inside of this star. And let's see. This one might cause me some problem because I actually, yeah, it's going to cause me some problems because I drew into the same layer. But let me clean out the stars first, and then I'll clean that up. I need to clean inside the hill. And you see I can go over the hill here because it's on a different layer. That's why it's not erasing when I go over it. The hills and the stars are on a different layer. But for these here that are coming down into this area here, those are on the same layer, and that's why I have to be careful when I go to erase because they're on the same layer. Okay, clean it up here. Fix that. And then clean it up here. Okay, let me check over it really quickly, but I think I got it all. Okay. And now I have movement going on in my sky, and I need to fix that right there. Clean up a tad. All right, that looks good. All right, so I have movement in the sky, movement on the ground, and so forth. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to merge these two layers together. And so tap it and then merge down. And now these layers are together, and I can tap this. And the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change it to the reference because this is the reference layer. So we will never, ever, ever add color to the reference layer in our projects right now. So now I need to save it. So I'm going to go to my wrench. I'm going to save it as a Procreate. Oops, wrong thing. Go back. Procreate. And I'm going to go to my Google Drive. It's named. Select the folder, My Drive, Art folder, save here, upload. And that completes today's assignment.